everyone, I'm Jocelyn Sauce.
And I'm Tyler Salt.
And welcome to another episode of Game & Guess, the trivia gaming show where we get to find out how good we can play video games while thinking about really hard trivia questions. So today...
Or the other way around.
That's right. Yes. Sometimes it's hard to ask the questions as much as it is to answer the questions.
Yep.
But today we've got Tyler Salt playing Tiny Toon Adventures, as I'll be throwing 20 questions worth 5 points each. Follow along, track your score, play along with us. It's a lot of fun. The topics today are Warner Brothers, rabbits, and fictional places of higher education, so colleges and university.
Right. Nice.
So, as Tyler jumps in, Tyler, real quick, you got a disclaimer, I think, about how you've played this game before.
So I have played this game before. At some point last year, I learned the Buster-only speed run for the 12-hour challenge. So don't worry, I was not very good at it. And it has been several months since I picked up the game. I will not be figuring things out. I have some experience playing this game. And then we're also going to save a state at the beginning of each level so you can see as much of the games as we can.
Perfect.
Try to avoid game overs.
So a little bit of emulation, though. It's all good. Cool, let's get into it. So first round here, again, everything's worth 5 points. We'll let you know if things are different per question.
Are they points this week?
There are carrots to go along with the rabbits.
Good.
And the coins that you collect in this game are basically carrots. So good call there. So again, follow along, play with us, and make sure you leave your score in the comments. But more on that later. So let's get to round one.
Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell.
Absolutely.
Get notifications for our new episodes drop.
Yeah, every Friday. Although we're getting ahead of ourselves just a little bit, so let me actually give you some questions here, Tyler. Warner Brothers, first round here.
Yeah.
Made famous for his movies about aliens and dinosaurs, who is the executive producer of Tiny Toon Adventures, another big Warner Brothers animated series known as Animaniacs? Who is the executive producer of Animaniacs and Tiny Toon Adventures?
Known for big movies about aliens and dinosaurs? Is it one Steven Spielberg?
It is. Steven Spielberg presents Tiny Toon Adventures and Animaniacs. Yep.
Good for him.
And he's helping to make more Tiny Toons that are coming out this year. So it's coming back.
Coming back. Like DuckTales. Shout-outs.
Yeah.
I got
Should be awesome.
Call back there.
Yeah. So 5 points to you there, right? Every question's worth 5, unless otherwise stated. All right, number 2. Speaking of Animaniacs, that's the cartoon series oh no, taking a little death there. That's right. Animaniacs is the cartoon series that features 3 zany characters known as the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister. What are those characters' names?
Oh, this one. Come on, you got this one. It's Yakko and Wacko and the Warner Sister Dot.
Yes, that's right. Come join the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister Dot.
As they go running all around the Warner movie lot. Yeah.
That's right. They lock us in the tower. We should just keep singing whenever we get caught.
Oh, come on.
And there's new Animaniacs, too. So all these things are coming back.
Everything old is new again. You can tell that because people our age have real jobs now.
Yes. We have money to buy the toys, which is why Mario toys, Ghostbuster toys, Godzilla's everywhere. We got lots of stuff. So 5 more points for you. You've got a total of 10. And speaking of Godzilla, because I just forecast these segues here.
Yeah.
Back in 1998, there was this dreadful American version of the beloved Japanese kaiju Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Notoriously bad movie. It's fun, but it's not good. It's not a real Godzilla movie. Anyway, Warner Brothers recently teamed up with Legendary Entertainment to revive the lizard and his best friend King Kong in a series of epic movies that include Skull Island, Godzilla, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and last year's Godzilla vs. Kong. So in following with the whole DC universe and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the terms that people are given to movie series. What's the collective term given to these Godzilla and King Kong movies?
Oh, geez, I haven't the faintest idea. Well, it's probably
and I can give you, if you do need a hint, I can knock it down to 2 points for a hint if you decide to do that.
Oh, come on, Furball, let's go. I think I am gonna need a hint on this one because this is I know you're a big Godzilla guy, Jaws, but I am not. So I would love a hint. Yeah,
so the hint is another name for kaiju.
Oh, that was a really helpful hint. Is it like the I don't know, Monsterverse or something like that?
It is the Monsterverse. Very
what?
good. It's the Monsterverse. 2 points for you on that one. Yep, and they have some TV shows coming out on streaming services this year. So the MonsterVerse continues to grow. Maybe Toho will some more. But you got those 2 points. So that's pretty awesome.
I'll take it.
MonsterVerse, yep. So everything's got to be a verse, right? There's Metaverse.
Yes. Metaverse.
Universe. But MonsterVerse is the
DC verse, the Arrowverse.
That's right. The MonsterVerse is the biggest.
Oh, I got popped out. Yeah, biggest in mass. Yes.
Right. All right, so we're up to 12 points now. Next 2 questions, we're going to talk about what Warner Brothers is probably most known for now. I know they used to be known for Looney Tunes and all these things, right? But DC Comics and Harry Potter are probably their 2 biggest known properties.
I would say so.
It's literally how they made the most money film-wise in the last few years. So let's start with DC. One of my favorite cartoons growing up was the Batman animated series.
Great show. Yeah, not like super religiously, but it is very good.
It still holds up. I watched it a few years ago again, and it's still pretty good if you like Batman. But it was dark. It was pretty well animated, and it's really fun. So let's talk about some voice actors. The voice actor for the Joker in that series has played the menacing clown villain in Batman video games like Arkham Asylum and that trilogy, and lots of other Batman cartoons.
What? Wait.
Did you just get killed by that guy?
I did, and I thought... Oh man, I thought that it was. I thought that I was right there on it.
That's right. So we're the voice actor for the Joker has been in other Batman cartoons and the Arkham Asylum, lots of video games too, and he's regarded by some fans to have become just as famous for portraying the Joker as the other massive role he's played in pop culture. Name that voice actor.
I know this one cold. A wonderful, wonderful voice actor. A guy you may have heard of. Mark Hamill.
That's right.
Of Star Wars fame. Yeah.
So doing a lot of stuff. People call him back
fantastic
for Joker
voice actor. He also famously a great voice actor role for him in a property that I really like. He plays Fire Lord Ozai in Avatar: The Last Airbender as well.
And he's also been on the DC side of things. He was the Hobgoblin in those. Remember the Spider-Man animated series in the 90s?
Yeah,
it had like a 12 episode arc where Hobgoblin takes away Mary Jane into like a portal, and Spider-Man turns into like an actual spider in a nightmare. It's just this crazy. But Mark Hamill is Hobgoblin in that too, so he's basically like the 2 biggest villains for Batman and Spider-Man.
Is Hobgoblin Spider-Man's biggest villain?
Green Goblin and Hobgoblin. I mean, in that cartoon, Hobgoblin.
Oh, in that cartoon, okay.
Goblin.
So I would have gone with, I don't know, Venom.
Kingpin. Venom's weird, right? Because Venom's not quite an enemy. He's not always.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And he's actually portrayed as a hero more. He's an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero.
More of like a side character than a villain now. Especially the way they're kind of teasing him into the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
He's getting angry, but he's also helpful. So yeah, Mark Hamill, voice actor for the Joker. If you did not know that, I assume your mind has been blown. All right, let's talk about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Yeah. I'm not like a Harry Potter fan, but I've read the books.
Cool. My wife is a huge Harry Potter fan. She loves Harry Potter trivia and stuff like that. Yeah. So I consulted her on this question first. And the first question I came up with is too difficult for not a super fan. So I brought it down to kind of everybody's level. If you've never really watched Harry Potter too much, but they've made a ton of money on. Warner Brothers has made a ton of money on the merchandise, the movies.
Come on.
There's a bunch of other movies that are unrelated but related, right? Like the
Fantastic Beasts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's coming out with like a Dumbledore biopic or something.
Nobody needs this.
Yeah. So anyway, how many main story Harry Potter movies are there?
8. There are 8.
That's right, 8. Very good.
Yep. Because Deathly Hallows is in 2 parts.
Exactly.
I've seen exactly 0 minutes of any of those movies, but I do know how many there are.
You've probably seen enough memes of them that it adds up to several minutes, at least.
Probably.
You're a wizard, Harry. There you go. That's a minute.
Good.
All right. You are on a great roll here. 22 points out of a total of 25
what?
you could get.
It went the wrong way.
Also, those fish look a lot like the Drupal fish from...
They definitely... the Trooples from Shovel Knight. Yeah.
Yep. Like
they do look a lot
It seems like
that.
it's just straight up the reference there. The sprite.
Oh, come on.
So Cartoon Network, and more relevant for this question, Adult Swim, which is Cartoon Network's older kids, later night programming.
Yep.
Those are technically Warner Brothers properties. They operate under Warner Brothers. There's a wild series of mergers and spinoffs and buyouts happened with Warner, Time, MGM, Turner. It's just a mess. Go back and if you're interested, definitely check that out.
Yeah.
But we don't have time for that today. We're going to talk about Adult Swim. There's a show that they have that won 2 Emmy Awards, one in 2018, one in 2020 for Outstanding Animated Program. Name that show.
Ooh. 18 and 20, huh? Let's see. So, the one that immediately came to mind that was still on the air that late is probably what I'm going to go with. And I think... So I'm going to guess Venture Brothers.
No, it's Rick and Morty.
Oh, of course. It's
Rick and Morty.
Okay. I don't particularly care for Rick and Morty myself. And so that's why I didn't come up with that. Just not for me.
Yeah.
But I definitely should have gotten that one.
Yeah, I love Rick and Morty, and that's one of my favorite shows, and I've watched them. I mean, it's like Simpsons, South Park, Rick and Morty to me are kind of like in that same bingeable world. But again, it's a very divisive show where it's like it's a love hate.
Oh, come on.
Nobody is kind of like I watch half the show and then not the other half. It's either you're all in or nothing. But yeah, Pickle Rick. Have you ever heard of Pickle Rick?
I have heard of Pickle Rick. Yeah.
And then,
no, I've seen all of the stuff. Yeah,
and then like Vat of Acid was the other one, which was like a crazy dramatic episode where Morty he gets a way to like reset his life for a second, like if he doesn't like it, kind of like what you're doing with Save States.
No, there we go. Yeah,
and it's really dramatic where he like falls in love and goes through all these traumas and stuff, and then like his dad accidentally sits on the button and screws it up, and so his whole life that had gone so well just gets reset to where he gets slapped in the face by the person he fell in love with.
Oh no!
So it's just like this brutal, like over and over again. But
okay, I'll give that an Emmy. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, for an animated show, it was pretty deep.
I don't know if I don't know. We're getting off the track here, but I don't know if it deserves one over, say, BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I mean, this is like, there's so many good shows. Animated shows for adults are so good right now. Like the last couple of years that it's really hard. And I think BoJack probably was nominated. I bet South Park.
Sure it was.
I'm sure South Park was in there. If I went back, I'm sure you'd see like the 5 or 6 nominations were like, well, of course they're all nominated.
Oh, come on.
Simpsons probably are in there again for the 35th year or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah, Rick and Morty, still popular. Still good for people who like it. All right, so you're at 22 points still.
Yeah.
Going to number 7, last question of this section, this round.
Okay.
So a few episodes ago, if you watched us, we had some trivia about Riverdale. Popular drama interpretation of the Archie comics. The kids that involved in that. That show was
way too good.
Yeah, and that show was on the CW, which...
It was.
Weirdly, a joint venture between 2 media companies. It should be pretty easy to name those companies because their initials are in the name. The W stands for Warner, but what media company is the C?
The only one I can think of is Comcast, so I'm gonna say Comcast.
Nope, CBS.
Oh, interesting. I guess I probably could have thought of CBS.
I think Comcast is a good guess, but that technically is Universal.
That's NBC, yeah.
Yeah. But CBS, it's just weird when I looked that up because it was a joint venture of 2, like arguably rivals, but CBS and Warner's more of a creator.
Yeah, Warner doesn't have like a network, yet. Don't give them ideas.
Well, they have Cartoon Network. They have a bunch of networks, just not a ABC, Fox. They don't have a network, right? I guess they have cable channels, not networks. As you try to take down this pirate captain. All right, so 22 out of a possible 35 on that first one. Not too bad. Good. We'll take it. As we go to round 2, which is all about rabbits.
Hey, nice. All right, let's go.
So let's connect the dots a little bit here on this first question. So let's still talk about Tiny Toons and Warner Brothers here, and rabbits. So Tiny Toons features 2 cartoon rabbits, Babs and Buster Bunny.
Yep.
Which are basically the kid versions of Bugs Bunny. But in Space Jam, remember that movie, the first one?
Yes, I do. I was about to blurt this out, so...
So Space Jam and Space Jam 2 technically also included this. We're introduced to another rabbit character who's eventually confirmed to be Bugs Bunny's girlfriend or significant other. What's her name?
Her name is Lola Bunny.
Right, that's right,
And
Lola Bunny.
I tell you what, people got just unnecessarily horny about her in the for the Space Jam reboot. Oh,
yeah, to each their own on some things there for sure.
There we go. Just unnecessary.
All right, 5 points there. You're up to 27. Very good. All right, let's talk about real rabbits.
Okay.
So a female rabbit's called the doe.
Mhm.
Doe. And a male rabbit is a buck.
Yes.
But although those are similar to deer terms, the young bunny is not called a fawn. What are baby rabbits called?
Oh,
And it's not
man.
bunny. It's not bunny.
It's not Bunny. I feel like I know this in the back of my head somewhere, and it is just not gonna come out. Oh, what could it be? Change to Buster here. Oh, I went too far up. I don't know. I don't know this one.
A kit.
Kits.
Or a kitten.
Yeah.
Even a kitten counts, but a kit.
Oh, how about
Yeah.
that?
The more you know.
Oh,
So it's like more like a fox.
yeah, more like a fox.
So bunnies don't have any original names. They just steal from deers and foxes. So. Deers? Deer. Deer and foxes.
Deers.
Deer and fox
Yep.
eye.
Fox.
Deers and fox eye.
Foxes. Foxes.
That's right. All right, so no points there, but moving on to somewhat of real rabbits. Rabbits are known for being pretty fast. They're prey animals. They got to book it out of town to avoid the fox, right?
Right.
There's lots of children's stories about rabbits being quick and agile, like
Mhm.
Cottontail and stuff like that. But one famous story about a rabbit that is teaching kids that it's not always best to be fast, that it's more
Yes.
important to be persistent and hardworking. What's that story called?
It's the classic Tortoise and the Hare.
That's right. Awesome. Throw you an easy one there, I think, so it's good.
Oh, come on!
Oh no! Oh, all the way through down to the abyss. Poor Plucky Duck.
Oh, damn it, Plucky.
Plucky go down the hole.
Plucky go down the hole.
If anybody's actually seen Tiny Toons, they'll probably be laughing. There's a good Plucky Duck. Plucky is a baby, likes to flush stuff down the toilet. And he goes, keys go down the hole. Toys go down the hole.
Oh,
All right, so 5 points there for 32.
nice.
Number 11. There's a comic book series in the 80s that eventually became a NES game that we may or may not play on this channel. An arcade game and a TV show all about a space fighting rabbit named Bucky O'Hare and his team of alien humanoid mammals. Well, and a robot too. Have you heard of that before, Bucky O'Hare?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Man,
Name sounds
you're
kind
in
of
for a
familiar.
treat. It's great. So Bucky O'Hare and his team are out. They represent, or they're helping a republic of interplanetary mammals, basically they represent them. They're trying to stop an evil empire made up of what anthropomorphic amphibians?
Huh.
So Bucky O'Hare is a rabbit in space with a bunch of other mammals that are anthropomorphic and a robot, and they're trying to stop an interplanetary empire made up of what?
Is it frog people?
No, it's toads.
Oh,
You have 50-50
come
50-50 guess on
on.
that one. The
Yeah.
Toad Empire.
What happened
Oh man,
there?
Plucky, that was fun. You got a cartoon smash.
Never seen that before.
Ran too fast.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's cool. The NES game is really sweet, and I'll put that in the list for me to play.
Yeah.
Because I played that before, and it's kind of like Mega Man, but because you get different characters which have different powers, and you have to pick a stage. So it's got kind of a mini Mega
Got a
Man
Mega Man
setup,
feel.
while being really fun. There's some really sweet speed runs of it.
Nice. I'll check that out.
So yeah, Captain Bucky O'Hare. There was a cartoon.
Captain Bucky O'Hare.
It started as a comic book. It's good stuff. All right, well, so no points there. Still at 32. Speaking of rabbits from video games, or should I say rabbits, Mario and Luigi and their friends have been engaging in some hilarious... Oh, no, that same little pit. There's the exit. There's the exit right there. You're so close. Oh,
That's terrible.
Mario and their friends have been involved in some tactical battle games, right, against the crazy little minions-looking animals in the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle games. But
Yeah.
Rabbids are not originally from a Mario game. They're actually a spin-off game of a different platformer game series. Can you name the game series?
I think. Oh, we're not gonna screw game overs. It happened again.
Too fast
I think I don't think I have ever played this game, but I think they're from Rayman. Is that true?
Yeah, Rayman. That's right.
Yeah.
They're in like a spin-off game of Rayman, like Rampaging Rabbids or something. It's like kind of like a Mario Party game.
Yeah.
So they're not even.
And so
like,
they just decided to cut out the Minuteman, the middleman, and put Mario in it. So
that's right. And now they're in like a tactics game, which is fairly popular, and they're going to come out with the second one later this year, I think. This year, next year.
I didn't realize it was a tactics game. I might have to.
It's basically Final Fantasy Tactics, but with Mario and Rabbids.
All right.
Well, it's more like XCOM because there's guns. It's mostly a gun tactical game. Bubble guns and stuff.
Sure.
Like
that, because it's Mario game.
Right.
Oh, it did it again. We're gonna get through this level. I swear.
It's a pretty good tactical game if you like that stuff, and it's like
I do like that
$10
stuff. I
now.
like that
It's
stuff a lot.
For the Switch, it's like a $10.
I'm gonna check that out. Nice.
Awesome. All right, 37 points here still. Number 13. So whether you celebrate Easter or not, I'm sure you've heard of the Easter Bunny. Have you heard of the Easter Bunny before?
I'm familiar. Okay. Familiar with this word. Yeah.
So Easter Bunny traditionally, for a lot of people, it's a symbol of spring. Spring usually officially starts here sometime this month around the 20th or 21st, depending on 365 and all that, the math of the days.
Yep.
But what's the scientific term that we give to the first day of spring?
I know this one. It is in particular the vernal equinox.
That's right, vernal equinox. Very good.
Because those equinox for equal night.
That's right.
Those are the days that night and day are the same length. We
Yeah,
got it.
Yes, did it. Good job. Yeah, success. Just as we finish round 2, you get to take down Elmira as she tries to love you to death. I want to squeeze you and hold you and hug you and never let you go forever. Elmira, which is a reference to Elmer. So instead of trying to hunt the animals, she's trying to love the animals to death.
That's better.
So remember, Tiny Toons, all the characters are just references to actual Looney Tune characters. They're just smaller versions of them. Either opposites or similar.
I can do it.
All right, so for this round 3, fictional universities and other institutions of higher education, I'm going to give you a fictional university from somewhere, usually movies and TV, and then there's a question associated with that.
Got it.
So the first one, number 14 here, is Adams College. That's from Revenge of the Nerds. That's the 1980s comedy movie series that is about a war between jocks and nerds and fraternity life that there's no way that would ever get made now. There's some stuff like assault and some weird stuff.
Yeah, it's a little rapey.
It's not good. Yeah, it's definitely rapey. But one of the stars of the movie for the Nerd Squad was Anthony Edwards.
Yes,
that actor would later become known for his leading role as Dr. Mark Green in what long-running primetime TV drama?
He was on ER.
Oh, yeah. Very good. 5 points there. ER was awesome. Yep. It's still good.
That was a great show. Yeah.
It's really different now, though, because like since that time, we've been through a lot more worldwide, like with health and hospital improvements and a lot of other ER type shows that some of it seems kind of dated and overacted, but it's still pretty good. Awesome.
Classic. So Eric LaSalle, Noah Wiley. My grandmother always thought like it looked like Noah Wiley.
George Clooney, right? Like
George Clooney. Oh, yeah, I didn't even mention George Clooney. Ming Na.
He was the reason that took off in the first place. Yeah. George Clooney's vehicle, even though he'd already was famous.
Yeah. Ooh.
Famous for
Mikey Boys.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes back in the day.
Obviously.
That was his most famous movie, probably. All right, so now we'll move on to another fictional institution of higher ed. It's Monsters University. Have you seen Monsters University?
I have not.
All right, that's okay.
I saw the original. I saw Monsters Inc.
It's good. So this is that's the location where Sully and Mike go back to school to brush up on their scaring skills and help a fraternity of nerdy monsters battle back against jock monsters. Wait a minute. Is that just the plot to Revenge of the Nerds? It is. It's literally the plot to Revenge of the Nerds. With less incredible stuff, I guess.
That's good. That's good.
Just more mental with the scary stuff.
If Pixar had just done it straight, I'd be like, whoa.
They just did it. That's what it is. Wow, I can't believe I never thought of that before. And I've seen that movie like 10 times.
That's hilarious.
So that could be next time's question. So Sully, the big blue furry monster, you know him, right?
Yep.
Big guy.
Mhm.
That's John Goodman's voice
It
from
is.
Roseanne, that edgy sitcom in the 80s. What's the name of the other 80s famous comedy star that voiced Mike, the short one-eyed green monster?
The great Billy Crystal.
That's right, very
if
good.
if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Jump to 52, another 5 points there. Very good. Yeah, Billy Crystal. Which is interesting. You know,
A
they got
great
these-
role for
yeah,
him.
they've
A
got
great
these
role
like
for him.
classic comedians from the 80s and early 90s to come. And they
John
continue to
Goodman's
do so.
still great. He's good in literally everything he does.
Yeah. I loved him in The Big Lebowski. That's one of my favorite movies.
He's fantastic.
All right, so you're up to 52. We're on track. You've got still have 5 questions left. There's a chance here for you to break our record here of like what 70 or so.
Yeah.
Maybe let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
All right, number 16, Harrison University. That's from Old School. That's the comedy movie about a bunch of middle-aged men starting a fraternity. Of course, they're all about college movies are all about fraternities, which is like 1% or less of college populations. But anyway, that movie featured Luke Wilson, Will Ferrell, and Vince Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Those actors, along with Owen Wilson, Steve Carell, Jack Black, Ben Stiller, and Paul Rudd, were dubbed by USA Today with what term that's an allusion to the name given to Frank Sinatra and his crew of Las Vegas performers?
So Frank Sinatra, etc., were the Rat Pack, and I believe these guys were the Brat Pack.
No, they were the Frat Pack.
Oh,
The Brat Pack is the Breakfast Club kids.
Oh, dang it! That's embarrassing.
The Frat Pack.
Frat Pack. That makes
It
way
was-
more
It
sense.
was in the question because they did a lot of those fraternity college style, like the early 2000s. That was like all their jams.
Yeah.
Anchorman and stuff like that. And they were all in Anchorman and Anchorman 2. Remember the brawl?
Right.
The street brawl?
Yeah.
So,
That's true. That was all those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty brutal. All right, number 17, Coolidge College. That's a fictional location of Van Wilder and all the films that came, National Lampoon's Van Wilder.
Yeah.
That's where the careers of 2 popular actors really took off. Of course, Van Wilder was played by Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
But name the actor who went from making raunchy comedy movies about sex and weed to serving as a trusted advisor in the White House during the Obama administration. And who was on Van Wilder?
Oh, I know this one. Speaking of medical dramas, this is Cal Penn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he went from, being kind of like a racial stereotype character in Van Wilder. Taj Mahal, I can't remember the last name, but like super Indian stereotype. And then to Harold and Kumar, we'll go to White Castle, all about weed and sex and stuff like that. And then he became like a voting rights advocate.
and House, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
He's on House
yes,
MD
that's
as
right.
well.
House too, yes. Which was a more normal, more mainstream.
Mainstream, yeah.
Kind of accessible show for people, less raunchy. I love Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. That series, is great.
The great John
he
Cho.
became an advisor to the Obama administration.
Yeah.
So, what a world! What a change.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cal Penn.
Oh,
And
come on.
57.
Hey, I want to beat this stupid level.
All right, number 18. Barnett College. It's where Professor Henry Jones Jr. serves as a professor of archaeology. That's right. I'm talking about Indiana Jones.
Yes, of course.
They just wrapped up production on number 5. We
Did
all
they
know
really?
how awkward Crystal Skull was, number 4. But let's just focus on those first 3, okay?
Yeah.
Give me the names of those 3 movies in any order.
Oh, that it?
That it?
The
names of the first 3 movies, and I don't care what order they're in.
Okay.
I need the full names of those movies.
The first movie is called Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right.
And then the next 2 are called Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Very good. And I would have been okay if you said Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I wouldn't have been that picky because it's a 3-part. But good on you for getting the true meaning of Christmas there on that one.
I thought this was a trick question.
No, I was trying to help you out a little bit.
Hard.
There. And I'm glad you got them in order too. That's good.
Yep, of course. What's your favorite?
It's Last Crusade though, because it's Sean Connery and it's
agreed.
The you chose wisely.
Yeah,
like
the ending sequence. The ending sequence of Last Crusade is so good.
Well, they had all their, they had figured out how to make these movies, right? Like they were past Star Wars and they had a couple Star Wars in the bag. I think because this was after Empire even. They were, they were jamming. Speaking of Steven Spielberg and Mark Hamill and Star Wars.
Yeah, right.
All mixed together back in Indiana Jones.
Whew, we're cruising now.
All right, you're 62 with 2 questions left here. All right, number 19, South Central Louisiana State University. That's where Adam Sandler tackled football players, professors, and fans alike as a hydration professional turned linebacker in what movie?
The Waterboy.
Yeah, there
Classic
you go.
film.
It'd be a nice easy one.
You can do it.
Little football softball there.
I see what you did there.
Nice.
Oh wait, check this out. If you tap up, Plucky's eyes move up.
That's nice.
Wild. That is a level of attention to detail that I did not expect this game to have.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
slamming in the wall and like having those little extras. All right, number 20 here. You're at 67 points, assuming I counted correctly, which who knows?
Who knows?
I'm not the math guy. So, Greendale Community College. Have you heard of that place?
I have heard of that place.
All right, that's earlier we had that Rick and Morty question. Fun fact: Dan Harmon co-created Rick and Morty. Is the creator of Community, which I highly recommend everybody watch.
Fantastic
it's somewhere.
show.
It's got maybe Peacock or something, NBC. But it starred an ensemble cast that boosted the careers of Joel McHale, Danny Pudi, Jillian Jacobs, Allison Brie, Yvette Nicole Brown, and most relevant to this question, Donald Glover. Not Danny Glover, Donald Glover.
Not Danny.
And Chevy Chase was in that, but who gives a crap?
Chevy Chase was there as well, but we don't talk about him.
He's too angry. Donald Glover has since developed fame as a rapper, singer, and performer. What's his stage name for that work?
The great Childish Gambino.
That's right. Very good. Childish Gambino. 72 points. Way to go.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, good stuff.
I did doing pretty well with this game for not having played it in a couple months, too.
It's made it a lot more entertaining than you knew we were doing.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. We should practice these before we play.
It's entertaining for a different reason.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Come on.
Well, as you finish this level, then we'll see
Hell
how the score. Very
go.
good. All right.
All right. How did I do, Jaws?
All right. So 72. Here's how we're going to score. Again, follow along with your own score as you see on the screen. So 0 through 20. The result of all your answer choices can be summed up from Concord Condor at the end of every level in this game. Nope.
Nope.
Didn't get it.
Or dope, for that matter.
Sure,
I always thought it was dope.
Yeah, dope sounds fun, so dope would be on the other end. You're not so dope if, or you are a dope, I guess, if you're in the 0 through 20 bracket. So either way,
dope.
Concord Condor tells you what's up.
Yep.
21 through 40, Buster Bunny? More like your trivia knowledge is busted, Bunny.
Lost its luster, Bunny.
That's right, luster, yes. 41 through 60, you should probably go back to school and learn a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're right in the middle there. 61 through 80, you might not have Montana Max's money, but you're certainly rich with trivia knowledge.
Hey, I'll take that.
81 through 90, you were thumping those questions faster than an excited jackrabbit. And 91, your trivia brain is as beautiful as Will Ferrell's magical ribbon dance in Old School.
All right.
So you had a 72 to put you right there. You don't have Montana Max's money, but you're certainly rich with trivia knowledge. So way to go.
I will
Hitting
take
around
that.
70s, keeping that par score for everybody.
Thank you, Jaws. Let us know how you did in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell. And follow us on Twitter at Game and Guest. You can email us at gameandguest@gmail.com. Let us know what you like the show. If you have any feedback, if there are any games that you want to see one of us play, that sort of thing, please hit us up.
Awesome. All right, so my turn to play next week. What are we doing?
Yes. You are going to play an early game from Blizzard, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken. From the Super Nintendo. Jaws is going to play The Lost Vikings next week.
Get some puzzle action, get some Vikings action. What could go wrong?
Plenty. So you could be bad at the game. You could miss all the questions. You know, lots could go wrong. That's what the show is about.
It's entertaining. I'll sacrifice for that.
All right.
Awesome. Well, again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment how you did in the below chat where Tyler's pointing right now. Really appreciate you all hanging out with us. And so we'll see you next week again. Every Friday, new episodes. So check it out. On behalf of co-host here, Tyler Salt, I'm Jossum Sauce, and we'll see you next week.
Keep gaming and guessing. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.